Hello everyone, I am here today with arguably the best, well if not the best, barber in town. I'm here with Rob Gentile, owner of Exclusive Cuts Barbershop, and today we're going to be talking about how he started his business on this week's Wednesday weekly business highlight. Now, we also are sitting in Bellworks rather than his restaurant because he has a brand new location opening up starting in September.
Second location, and also just to backtrack, definitely the best barber.
100%. You guys seen it on my social media before. He's the main guy for the last almost 5 years now I've been coming to you.
5 years, yeah. The beginning of our journey still.
I know. I used to get my hair cut by him before he was even owning a barbershop.
Yeah.
Where was that other place at? It was off of like
Route
Route 9, right?
Yep, Old Bridge, yep.
Yep.
Got a lot of good clients from there.
Yeah, I'm glad Nick introduced me to you.
Right, yeah, that's right. Nick still comes every week.
I know. Awesome. Well, let's kick this off. Could you tell us a little bit about your story? What sparked you in the idea of starting your own barbershop? I know obviously you used to be a barber before then, so maybe you want to go a little bit before, say what got you into even being a barber in the first place.
So just getting into cutting hair in general was just keeping up and maintaining my own haircut. Mm-hmm. I started growing facial hair in like middle school, so I'd be shaving and always loved like the smell of shaving cream and loved, I guess, like the whole dynamic of a barbershop, and always went to the barbershop with my dad as a kid. Old school Italian Brooklyn shop. Barbers were all kind of like older guys, and it just seemed like an art. The smell in there always kind of stuck out to me. So yeah, as I started growing my own little facial hair, I would shave, and then it started connecting into my hair, and I'd want to fade my sideburn out. I'm like, I don't want sideburns. And, little by little, I'd want a haircut every month, every 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. And my mother was like, I'm not taking you for any more haircuts. You have to start paying for them. I'm like, what? So she would take me, I think it was like once a month. She's like, I'm going to pay and take you once a month for a haircut. Anything more than that is on you. So I started mowing grass and landscaping.
Okay.
To get money to pay for my own haircuts. Then I was like, well, I don't want to waste my own money on haircuts either. So I stole my stepdad's beard trimmer, and I used to just do my whole haircut with it, and it was terrible. It looked like I stuck my head in a blender. I would have it looked like a staircase on my head. It was always bad. So I'd go to the barber, sit there for hours, and I would enjoy myself there. But I'd sit there for hours walking in, waiting for a haircut. So I'd watch while I was there, pick up some skills, watch them cut my hair, and then as my hair grew in, go back over it and start cutting it. So it just went like that. It started like that, and then after like a year or so, I started just cutting my hair all the time, and people were like, oh, nice haircut, where'd you get that? I'd cut it myself. I'd start cutting my boys, my friends, in my basement, my garage, bathroom, inside, outside, wherever. It would be 90 degrees outside. I'd be cutting them with electrical cords and a garbage bag over them, sweating to death as the buzzers, with the cord heating up, burning their scalp.
So you have the whole garage to business type of story going on.
Just like most of us barbers, yeah. Mm-hmm. So stuck with it, and I never really said I want to be a barber. I never said I want to cut hair.
That's normally how it works out in life, right?
I always had I forgot what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to join the military, or just maybe I was going to join business with my father who does demolition and whatever, but I wound up just making some money. I went from $5 to charging $7. I felt good. I was like, okay, making $7 now. And went to $10, $15, and then my junior year in high school, that's when I started cosmetology. Mm-hmm. My best friend's sister, Samantha, would always tell me, go to cosmetology school, it'll be fun, you can start doing hair, because she knew I cut hair, so I was cutting my best friend's hair. And I was like, okay, it's during school, I do it for free, and I get to skip class. It's like, what's better than that? Right. So I'll learn what I actually care about, get licensed in it for free, and skip class. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll stay out of trouble this way. And when I started cosmetology school, my teacher really helped me out, put me on a good path. She was great. Got licensed, started working at a barbershop at 16, junior year. So at 3 o'clock, 3:30, I get off the bus. I'd be at the shop by 4, and worked until like 8, 9 o'clock. That's it. Slowly built my name, and that's how everything really started and began. That was the foundation of it all. Once I got into a shop, then I started learning exponentially. Technique, meeting people, getting people's numbers, marketing, handing out. I had boxes of 1,000 business cards, just giving them out. And that's it, just growing my own little database of customers and building relationships with these people.
No, that's
and
definitely
it's gone
awesome.
a long way to now opening my own shop, so.
That's definitely amazing here. I mean, to
And
be
I
honest,
have to mention, of course, along the way, I met my business partner, Dave, who we both met when I was 16. We both met at the same spot. He had left, went to another spot in Old Bridge where we were talking about.
Right.
When my journey ended at the first barbershop, I met him over in Old Bridge. We started cutting hair there together. We knew each other already, but we got really close there. In our 4 years, he was there for like 5, I was there for 4. So I went there about a year after he did. That's when we got really close. Miami Dave.
Yes,
and
sir.
we just clicked and started talking, bouncing ideas off each other. And we're like, all right, I like your idea. You like my idea. How much money do you have? And he's like, I have a couple thousand. I'm like, I have a couple thousand too. We started looking. We're like, shit, we need 100,000. Not a couple. We need like 50
Right.
minimum. I'm like, all right, well, I have 10. You have 10. We started just saving, bringing lunch every day, saving $1,000 a week. If there's extra that week, cool. If you didn't make extra that week, whatever. But just grinding, putting your head down, grinding, 1,000 every week, 1,000. 6 months later, 6 times 4 is 24. I had 25,000. He had 25,000 plus whatever I had before. Came together, opened up, and just like most people, we were broke as hell. Day one we opened. If I wasn't a negative, I had maybe $500 to my name, So, and him too. We started and put everything we had into it, but we believed in ourselves and each other and our brand, and now we're about to launch our second shop 7 years later with a great team of real motivated people and a team of guys who are ambitious, good guys, hard workers. So we're in a good place.
That's definitely awesome. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I never really knew like the entire full story. So that's actually incredible to hear that you went from literally absolutely nothing to working your way up into being able to start your own business. That is incredible to hear.
Yeah, man. Yeah, had good support. Can't lie. We had definitely surrounded myself with the right people, along with my mother, who's great support, and so yeah.
That's awesome. It's good to hear when, especially a lot of people don't think that way is possible. In reality, that repeatedly people have done it.
Yeah.
And if you just put your head down and focus, you'd be amazed to see what you can accomplish.
Oh yeah. Well, if you can think about it, you can accomplish it. Usually, if you can think about it, it's achievable. You just got to do it.
As long as
That's
it's
the
physically
thing.
possible,
Yeah.
you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Now, next up we got, what is really the story behind choosing the Matawan location in general? Was there any specific reason for that?
Random. So Matawan was a town that I didn't know much about. It really, to me, was a random town that.
My hometown, man.
Is it? You were born in Matawan? I love that. Yo, so
actually, no. I was technically born in Edison.
Yeah.
Then we lived in Piscataway for 2 years. Then that's when I moved to Matawan.
Okay, but you went to school in Matawan?
Yeah, everything.
See, the only thing I knew about Matawan was like in high school we got into a huge brawl with these kids in Matawan. So that's the only thing I knew about Matawan was they could fight. But they had a good football team or something. That's really all I knew. I never really went down that way because I lived more on like the Manalapan Freehold side of like Route 9, Tenet Road. So like everything I did was over there. I never really went that way much. But being from cutting hair in Old Bridge for 4 or 5 years, what's up, man? Being there for like 4 or 5 years, we, Dave had established so many clients. I had established so many clients. So we had a vicinity. We had a radius of mileage we want to stick around to. If we're here in Old Bridge, we want to go 10 miles this way, north, south, east, or west, so that we can retain as many of our clients as possible. So that was really the whole gist of that. We could have ended up in Colts Neck. We could have ended up in Old Bridge. Old Bridge to us, kind of just out of respect for our ex-bosses. We didn't want to touch Old Bridge because they were very good to us. They're awesome, and they taught us so much. They're amazing people. So we didn't want to make a stance like that and open up in Old Bridge and start like a beef or have there be some type of misunderstanding. Yeah, we were like, you know what? That would be the easy route. Let's get out of there a little bit. They were good to us. They're good guys. That's not how we're going to start off business. I need good energy in the universe reciprocating 100%. To me. I need good karma. So, I don't really play those games with people that I like. So we wound up searching for months. It takes sometimes you find it right away, but it's almost like finding a house.
Right.
You're a realtor. You take people like And sometimes I'm sure you see in people's eyes, and let's say you're working with a couple, that sometimes they click with each other when they get into the right house. It's like, a spark goes off. It's a clean energy. It's like, it just makes sense. Like, this is the one, you know, like, so something like that happened to us. It's a funny story. After months of looking and being like, what the hell? Like, finding out how expensive things really are, we're like, shit, can we do this? But month after month of looking, we're also week after week, 1,000. We're saving, we're doing more, we're figuring things out. We have customers now telling us, hey, I do construction, I do this, I do that. And thank God we had so many friends and family willing to help us that we got things done for the low and we're able to, build something nice. But in Matawan, it was just a small little spot that we're in. It is a small spot. We stumbled upon it getting coffee. We were in Marlboro looking at a spot, and then we were going to somewhere else looking for a spot. It may have been Matawan, it may have been Keyport, it may have been something, but Marlboro was here, the other place we were looking at was here. We had an appointment here, we already went to it, stopping for coffee, and then heading to the next spot. While we stopped for coffee, I saw a barber pole spinning, and I was like, oh snap, let's check that out. And Dave's like, nah, I've seen that place already. It's not all that. It's small. You wouldn't like it. I'm like, all right, well, let's just go look at it. Maybe we can learn something from them. Maybe we could just see something. Maybe we like a picture on their wall and whatever. Just get an idea, you know?
Yeah.
I always look at places to get ideas.
Inspiration.
100%. So we got coffee. We're walking, and he was already familiar with the plaza because he was looking at a salon on the corner that we share with Artemis Salon. Shout out to Artemis, awesome. He had looked at that salon before it was Artemis, and I guess it didn't really work out. The logistics didn't make sense. So he pointed the shop out to me. We walk in, and there's this lady sitting there, and there was no customers in the store, and it actually sparked the beginning of a crazy, lovely relationship. But no disrespect to her, she was in the store, there was no customers. She was sitting down, and I guess she had kind of like fallen asleep. You know, it was hot out, and the heat was coming through the window.
Oh, yeah.
We opened the door, and she's like, oh, hey guys, like, oh, sorry, like, I don't really do your haircuts like that. You know, Dave has his big beard and shaved up, and the eyebrows, and we have our fades and stuff. She's like, oh, I don't really do all that, like skin fades and whatever. And we're like, oh, actually, we're not looking for haircuts. We're barbers also, and we're just like looking around. And she's like, oh, you want to buy the place?
Really?
Those are her first words. You want to buy the place? And we're like, well, maybe. What do you pay? What do you this? What do you that? And we started asking her, and she's like, listen. Let me get my lawyer. Let me get this, that, and the third, and I'll give you guys some numbers and blase. And we're like, okay, before you do that, like, let's make sure we can even plan something in here. Dude, we took all her magazines out of her little cubbies that she had. So putting magazines on the floor. We're measuring with our feet, our arms, our fingers, 1 foot, 2 feet, this inch, that inch. Throwing magazines here, making fake partitions, making fake stations and stuff.
Just straight when you showed up.
We're just trying to lay it all out, and we're like, And we're like, okay, this could work. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? So she thought we were crazy for sure. Basically, after that, we went home. Got a call from her maybe a couple days later, and started talking. Dave and I were like, shit, it's too small. We can't do this. We can't do that. And then we're like, you know what? Maybe we should start small. You know, we don't have a group of barbers behind us lined up to come work for us. In fact, most people are hoping that we fail and don't make it.
Right.
So let's get in there, us two. Start off. We'll hire her to work for us because she already has some clientele, older, more of like an older base of gentlemen of clientele, which is perfect. Like, that's I don't mind that at all. You know, we'll cut anybody. We're you know, we're trained in cutting babies, older gentlemen. We have all techniques mastered. So whatever it is, we can take care of it. So having her was just a plus, honestly, just to learn even more, some old school techniques. So we'll keep her clientele. We'll start making money right away. We'll have some revenue along with what we're doing. So it was just the three of us. We had 3 stations the day we opened. The day we opened, we had me and Dave here, the lady here. We opened up, and boom, it was magic. Everything, the numbers went through, the lawyers went through, everything just was like click, 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 click. Ton of speed bumps and a ton of crap all there, but the main things, check, check, check. And that's how we stumbled upon Matawan.
That's awesome. Was the first day really like busy, or how did
Dude,
the grand opening go?
Grand opening was we had quit our job. Took 7 days to build out the whole shop, rip everything down. Dave and I went in there with our hands, ripped everything apart, tried to build it all back, did as much as we could, but we had some real good friends that were handy and able to help us and save thousands of dollars.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really thankful for that, for real, because that's big. That was huge for us back then. And then just being the fear of hey, is anyone gonna follow us? Do they actually like us? Does Johnny, who says he's gonna follow me, actually gonna follow me, or he's gonna, you don't know. So, and at this time also,
action and words.
This is 7 years ago, so computers were around, but a lot of booking systems for salons and barbershops weren't all. I would say at that point it was like 50-50.
Like if it would or wouldn't.
Most people were most. Like the technology in the barbershops for booking was all, we were pen and paper.
Oh.
First name, number, okay, you have a 2 o'clock appointment with Rob, boom, boom, boom. Some people had, their apps already and stuff. We were still pen and paper.
Okay.
So, I'm flipping through these pages of my customers and stuff. I had everyone on my phone, but, we're flipping through, trying to look at clients and trying to book people and whatnot. And little by little, kept getting another call, just from our cell phones. Day one we opened, booked.
Wow.
Booked, walk-ins waiting, the lady taking haircuts. The lady did the most haircuts that she basically has ever done. Day one, we close up that night and we're like, what the fuck? Then we close the doors, we smile, we shut the music off, we gave each other a fucking hug, and we're like, dude, we did this. We need to do it tomorrow and the next day, and continue doing this. Like, we have to keep this energy going. But we look at the book, we're booked. That's us. We've been cutting hair in the area at that point for him 15 years, me 10 years, so yeah, I better be booked, so it's no surprise. But we opened up day one, boom, money was coming in. Money was generated.
Would you say that was one of the greatest feelings about, like, seeing that it's done now and this is
honestly,
where it's beginning?
Honestly, yeah, definitely. It was the real feeling that set in, that like, shit, this is real, this is happening, we did it, people do care about us, people do support us, people do want to see us win, and we can't let these people down now. We got to take over the town, and that was always one of the biggest things, was we don't care about being Instagram famous, about reaching people in California. I would love for someone in California to know my name. That's cool, I guess, but like, we care about people and humans and making people feel good, and our final products. And a haircut, as you know, goes way past just how you visually look. When you leave the chair, you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you're feeling good, and we're big on that. As corny as it sounds, we live by that, and that's how we try and take every day at work, is making these people feeling good, regardless of what we're going through and whatever's happening outside. We come through that door, and all of us as professionals and in the beauty industry and barbering are here to make you feel better, look better, and just be better. So that's big. We just wanted to lock down our community. Our goal is to lock down Matawan. If we can expand outside of Matawan, great, but there's enough people in Matawan to help us make a living.
Right.
Let's lock them down. And then we can worry about getting bigger, next town, social media expanding to whatever, which now we're getting to now, because now it's not about me and Dave. It's about the guys who work for us, having them make a living, having them take care of their kids, their families, and buy things for Christmas for their family, go on vacations and enjoy life. So now, it's about, there's a bigger picture now.
Yeah, I mean.
So now it's Holmdel.
Remarkable.
Now it's time to take over Holmdel.
Now it's Holmdel.
That's it.
Once it took over Holmdel, what's next?
First, before Holmdel, I got to take over Bellworks.
Bellworks,
we take bites at a time, man. It ain't complicated. I'm going to bite into
you
Bellworks.
Scale it up like a snowball effect.
We're good with Bellworks. If we can conquer what's going on here and really
this is great. You always
dive
here
into
all
these
the time.
businesses, dive into the offices upstairs, then slowly dive into the homes right around the Bellworks circle here, we're good. Yeah, then we can start more and more and more. Then Holmdel will be ours. And then shop 3.
There you go. Then just keep it rolling.
Maybe. Maybe.
Awesome. Now, what are some of your favorite parts about now that you opened up in Matawan and coming here to Holmdel? What are some of your favorite parts about the community itself?
The community itself, like I said about Matawan, I didn't really know much about Matawan, but we got in a great time. Matawan definitely made a spin on an upward trend as far as streets, businesses, everything. I think even their school systems are like better than what they used to be now compared to 10 years ago. But you know, first of all, law enforcement there is great. The firemen, all those guys are hardworking. They're all always doing a good job. Everything's always neat, taken care of. The local businesses are awesome. I know so many of the people, local business owners, especially in my plaza. We're like a family in our plaza. We take care of each other. We look after each other. We talk to each other. We all service each other. You know, the guys from DeBari's Pizzeria will give us a discount. We'll give them a discount. We, you know, try and make accommodations for each other as much as we can while keeping, you know, business as well and understanding that. Same with the burger shop, the salon, all of us. We all feed off each other and help each other, and, you know, it's great. So Matawan, awesome community. Holmdel, I'm about to learn about. First, like I said, it's about getting into Bellworks and understanding the businesses here, and I think Bellworks is on an up and up. They've been here for some years. It's a magnificent, fascinating building. I kind of downplayed it at first, and I was like, I don't really know about this. And then after seeing it like 2 or 3 times, I'm like, holy shit, this guy is a genius, whoever built it. People who work here, the architects, all the people here running it, geniuses. Like, actually you have to be here to see it. They're geniuses. And they got a good thing going. And now that we're about to be here, starting in September, when we open, you're going to feel the energy when you walk in here. We're about to light this place up, turn it upside down, and create a whole, you know how we operate in Matawan.
100%.
When you come in there, you instantly feel good. You feel our vibes. Like, it's going to be a whole new, we're going to have our doors wide open for everybody, welcoming. It's going to be family-oriented. People are going to come in. People are going to be walking to the barbershop just to say hi to us and check in every day with us, and then go to work. When they leave, they're going to be saying hi, bye. We're going to create a real cool dynamic here. The culture within the shop and everything, I'm excited. So
this is one, I think, like my second or third time actually being here.
Yeah.
And my friends come here all the time to do work. And
right.
I haven't been here in a little bit, but I was like always re-fascinated
It's getting
by,
busier and busier.
I know. You always have people here. You have literally people randomly just playing the piano, enjoying
Random dude playing the piano.
Everyone's so
random
nice
person
doing
studying,
their work.
Random person walking their dog. Literally random people who are like, let me leave the house and just text here.
Right.
Instead of texting home, let me text here. Instead of me making coffee, let me come here and get coffee. Instead of people just come here to be here. It's actually crazy.
And they come here just to do work
thank God.
too.
And I picked up on that, and Dave and I are like, bingo, let's jump on it. You know?
I know, and it's like the architecture, as you mentioned before, is absolutely incredible. And especially one thing too, all the natural light, and
nuts.
one thing too is like this building is mostly glass from what I could tell. And the fact that it's what, 90 something degrees outside, and it's cool in here. It's just nice.
That is crazy. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
It is awesome, but no, having a community is so amazing, especially when you have a group of people who support you, you support them. It just creates a long-term relationship that overall, just as humans in general, feels good in the heart.
Yeah.
And to be able to have people relate to, talk to, it is amazing, especially when you could reach such a big amount of people compared to, just a small little clique.
I agree. And now since we're getting into Holmdel, and we're looking for barbers now, we're looking for more employees. So that's kind of why we're going. We're trying to expand on social media now, just to hit a wide. We need some help with that. So get a wider variety, a different angle on it. Try and get our name out there a little more to the public. Maybe someone will see us and say, I like their team. I like the way they do things. I like the way the shop looks. It's clean. It's not too much. It's it's just good.
Just good aura.
Yeah, it just works. Right. You
Yeah.
can tell. You can tell. Just we don't try and do too much. We're not in your face. It's just there. Neighborhood barbershop. You don't have to be a millionaire to come. You don't have to be famous to come. All ages, races, shapes, sizes, everything. We take care of everybody and do a good job at it. We're fairly priced. I see us killing it here. So I'm excited to start. I can't wait to start getting in here and cutting hair and having that door open. Have Roman. Roman's gonna be in the first chair, bro. He's gonna be running the shop, as you know. Yep. Roman joined in with us. He bought in. Holmdel is, he's part owner over here. So it's me, Roman, and Dave now attacking Holmdel. The Bellworks location. So Matawan is still me and Dave, and we have heavy hitters in Matawan too, besides Roman, who want to expand with us. Now now people see there's potential to grow. We're not greedy. We're not We're strict. We're strict, I guess, investors and trying to be strict businessmen and whatnot, but we're not greedy. It needs to make sense. People need to make money. We need to make money in order to help you make money. And there's room to grow. And besides just percentage-wise and how much am I making on a haircut, yada, yada, there's a bigger picture here. You can get ownership, and you can start getting percentages, and you can start running business, and we're going to put you on track and on target, online, on path to succeed greater than just being behind the chair, cutting only your clients. Roman now stepped up to the plate. He's been loyal to us for years. He's shown us hunger, ambition, discipline, and that's it. He's up to bat. So we're all going to work together. Teamwork made the dream work, and I'm excited for all of us to get in there and look at each other and have the same feeling I felt in Matawan, but now with Roman, and build here. So that's what I'm excited for. And then from there, the third shop with the next guy, and so on and so forth.
I don't know about you guys, but just sitting here having this conversation, like, I'm getting fired up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that Matawan Barbershop might be 4 minutes from my house, and this might be 15, but I swear to God, when that opens up, I'm going to have to come here just to check it out.
I'm going to be here 3 days a week.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'll be there 3 days, here 3 days.
And that's such an incredible power to possess, even as a person, like, to spiritually, like, feel that good vibe, good aura, and
people feel
good
it,
karma. Man. It's amazing, and it's
that's what we give
very
off
unique ability to have. So.
That's what we give off. All of our guys, everyone is the same way then, man. We're all team players. We work with each other. We help each other out in the shop and out of the shop. We have a good culture going there, good dynamic.
Hey, and honestly,
we just have to create that here, and then,
I have no doubt no doubt in my mind that you're going to succeed. With branding, having that good culture, and especially when you have everybody else on the same page, towards the same goals, same path, same mindset, it's just flawless to business success.
I've been in shops where there's great barbers. There's heavy hitters down the line, booked barbers, double booked. We're all booked all day, hustling, doing just working nonstop. They're hard workers. They're working hard, but just for themselves. And that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you're here for yourself. You're here to work and not make money. And I'm cool with those guys. They can even work for me, but you have to be a team player. You have to, there's a different culture, man. The weak don't survive with us. I've had plenty of good barbers working for us. Dave and I had let a few of them go, and the other ones just weed themselves out. Some of them we've had to force out. Other ones just leave on their own because they know they don't fit in, man. They want this, they want that. They're trying to be hard. They're trying to be. Nope. You're a good barber. You got good technique, but I'd rather get someone
who's a team player.
I'd rather get someone who's a team player who isn't even as skillful.
But just the vibe, the aura, the community.
With no foundation, we can turn anyone. I'll turn you into an all-star barber within 6 months with no foundation. You have a foundation, give me 2 months. You're going to be booked. You're going to be great at cutting hair.
Hey, if you guys are a barber looking for a job, make sure to hit up Rob. His details, everything in the description. Before we head out here, any final things you want to say or a message you want to put out to everybody else who watched this and interested in being a barber?
I feel like I put the message out, but hey, I don't want to overlook that we do great work also. Our haircuts, we do all types of haircuts, old school, new school, but I am just very passionate about people, and that this goes way beyond just cutting hair. So that's why I emphasize the culture so much and the dynamic of the barbershop and our family in Matawan that we're bringing now into Holmdel and trying to build and expand in Holmdel. That, cutting hair for us, that should be the easy part. Like I said, we'll train people, we'll build them up. We have apprenticeship programs and stuff like that, but that's the easy part. Being a good person, being able to give your energy to someone else when they need it is more important to me, and people really do respect that. Not everyone needs the perfect Instagram, perfect haircut either. Some people do just get a 2 on the sides, a scissor cut on top, square the sideburns, and they don't really give a shit if one sideburn is exactly straight and this one is a little hit. They're just happy to be part of someone who cares about them, someone who smiled back at them, someone who shook their hand, made them feel important. So that's really, that's big for us, and I really do believe that's why our business model has worked, because we do both. We give great haircuts. We don't cut corners. We pay immense attention to detail. We're very detailed barbers. You know, you leave smelling good, looking good. We blow dry you. We have air compressors blow you off. Your shirt, your shoes, everything. You're leaving pristine, but you're leaving feeling good. Part of the family. You can't wait to come back and check in with us, and we can't wait to hear how your vacation went and how your wedding went and how yada yada. You know, it's just, dude, we're building something bigger here, and the other barbershops can try and keep up, but I don't think they got it like that, man. They don't.
Nah,
a lot of people are too
not.
selfish down here. They're for themselves. Most barbers are. That's how barbershops are. That's why you see all these barbers leaving, going to studios. I own my own shop. No, you bought yourself a job in a little jail cell, and you're stuck there now. You know, you're not running a business. You may as well just work from your house and use your house as a write-off and save money that way. But they don't think like that. But not all of us can, bro. That's why there's levels to this.
Yeah, and especially when not many people even think about it, the bigger picture, right? Like, at a first glance, everyone always like, oh, you know, it's this cool building, this is good barbershop, good restaurant. But like, when you think about like the bigger picture, to where everything, you just have all these hundreds, especially when you have a business, all these hundreds of puzzle pieces flying around, things are unpredictable,
You know
crazy,
how to run a business,
and
man.
you put it all together, it really is like absolutely fascinating, especially when you go into detail and learn about it or think about it. You learn so much more and gives you such a bigger insight on how some things are run and how things go.
Yep. Yeah, totally. I agree.
Awesome. Well, I just want to thank everyone for watching this week's Business Spotlight. We'll be back next Wednesday morning for another one, and anytime.
Alex.
Visit my man
My
Rob.
boy, thank you.
Matawan, Holmdel shop opening up. Links are down below.
Thank you.
Have
Thanks,
a good
guys.
one. All right.